Alright guys, so today is finally time for the Invictus launch week for the defensecon from Drake Interplanetary. Now, since Drake and UAE Navy have a weird relationship, technically Drake is not part of the UAE, of the Invictus launch week, but they have the expo regardless. Now, one thing to note is that the defense con, the Drake defense con, is actually not on the expo floor, but it's actually right by the spaceport. So if you go to the spaceport, right before the elevators, in Area 18, right before the elevators to the hangars, just keep going straight, and the Drake defense con is going to be right down the hall. Take the elevator up, and it's going to be in a spaceport because technically, it's not part of the Invictus Launch Week. They just have it at the same time as the expo because UAE can the Navy can officially be associated with Drake, I suppose, even though they are. Anyway, so it's kind of the same setup as last year. Really almost exactly the same. You got your Corsair, which is just looks awesome. I know they know it kind of handles bad, but it is still one of my favorite ships. For long-term exploration and all that stuff, I think it's going to be really, really cool ship. Obviously, the Vulture. Oh, they have the hatch open. That's cool. If intentional, the wear and tear on it. That's actually kind of a nice touch. Little patina and stuff. It's really cool. Like they have the basically the rust, the carbon build up on the hatch. That's actually kind of cool. Obviously the Vulture, really, really enjoying the Vulture. Really cool game loop right now. Obviously, here's the Corsair Bay. Not as big of a cargo bay as you would think it would be, but it's really cool inside. We already did a video on it. I don't want to, go in detail, but really like the Corsair. We'll fly it again. I like this ship. Like I can see living in this ship for a while, like on the frontier. Not to mention it's armed pretty well as well. Now with master modes, don't get in front of it. But if you're nimble enough, I think you can run circles around Corsair. But that's not what the ship is for. It can get out and get in, but it's so you're not going to be able to dogfight it, especially in Atmo. But it has very powerful guns if you get caught up front. Anyway, the Vulture, I love the Vulture. No regrets getting it. Really enjoyed this ship. Really enjoyable game loop, even though one salvage works. And really, though, if you look at other Drake ships, Cutlasses, Corsair, your Caterpillar, all that stuff, it's really kind of, the Buccaneer, it really kind of stands out. It almost makes it look like a ship from a different manufacturer because it just looks so drastically different. I wish Drake would do more industrial ships like this because it actually does not feel very Spartan inside. It feels actually kind of nice to be inside in. Like in Corsair, we have like an exposed insulation, electrical wiring. Vulture actually feels very nice to be in. It doesn't seem like it's kind of been held together with just duct tape and stuff. So I actually like the Vulture. It's a little bit unlike the Drake design, but yeah, would really recommend the Vulture. It's good. It's a cool ship. Here we got the Buccaneer. Never really got used to it. Wanted to love it, really didn't. But if you basically like a giant gun strapped to a seat with some booster with some rocket motors, that's basically the ship for you. Basically, no like armor, no ejection. You are basically in it to win it or die trying. Cool ship, not my cup of tea. This, on the other hand, one of my favorites. It's like, Mama, I want to go fast. I love this ship. I know it's basically, in case of a gun and a seat and a rocket motor, this is basically a huge engine strapped to a seat, and that's basically it. Um, really cool ship. Fast in a straight line. Do not turn when you go in full speed. It's not gonna happen, especially in Atmo. Have not tried this since Master Modes came out. Can we? Awesome. I love the new interaction menu. But look how cozy. And I usually don't do during the expo, but like, yes, I know you got your exposed installation. It is Drake after all. The seat doesn't look very comfy. But look how cozy it is here. You got your little data station, data support station for data running and all that, and you got your bunk in the back, little sink, but it's, I don't know, I just find it very cozy. I like this ship. Anyway, get out of here. I do like the new interaction menu. Yeah, would high, like, I mean, if you are on the fence about it, Herald is very fun. Obviously, the data running is not in the game yet, but it's a cool ship. Um, like, not a lot of practical value right now, but I just find it neat. It's just, it does one thing and one thing only: just go fast, straight line. But very cool. All right, here's all the lines with the cutter, our Winnebago, and that's also, speaking of kind of like breaking the styling philosophy a little bit. I also think the cutter's a little bit of a nice departure for Drake, where the ships are not as Spartan. I really like my cutters. I have two. I have the, oh, I forget, get the subversion name, but basically more of a traveler variant, and then just a regular cutter. But I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. But I really like my cutters. They're cool. Um, kind of the similar styling inside to a Corsair. It's just smaller, but it handles well. I like it. Yeah, so I have this one. My god, what's the Rambler, right? Wait, hold on. This is the Rambler. Let's see. Yes. I haven't for a long time because I'm kind of busy, but I like my little camper van. Calgary area is a little smaller, which is a little bit of a bummer. But you have still, I mean, yes, it has more living space, and you can make the case that it's a little bit of a wasted space because it's not very functional yet. So I'm kind of split on this variant, but I still enjoy it. On long term, regular car is probably more useful, but if I would go out, especially for longer mission, this would be probably a more comfortable from just a plane perspective. I'll go long term. It has bigger tanks, so this would be more of an extended mission. But for regular cargo running, regular cutter probably better. Oh, every lunch week or defense con, I always come in to explore the Caterpillar, and I always kind of want it because I just think the design inside with the individual base and then mezzanine on top, like the walkway that spans the whole ship. It's not to mention the command module that can be disengaged. I always think this is one of the coolest and more unique ships that are in the game. Like the docking, like the front loading and everything. It's just so cool. The interior is done so well. Different base and all that, and I always kind of want it. And I almost broke down this time around, but with the Ironclad coming out, You know, I'm kind of tempted by it because Caterpillar is all good and well, but to operate, not that the Ironclad be really meant to be operated alone, but Caterpillar, Ironclad might be a little better than a Caterpillar for a small crew. Other than that, absolutely love the Caterpillar. Rented a couple of times. We did some cargo missions. Hell, back in the day, we even did some bounty missions because the turrets, turrets are pretty powerful. You can manage it, you know. But I don't know. I am kind of tempted by the Ironclad. Melt a couple of ships and get that because I think it just might be a little bit easier to operate. Not sure. But yeah, this front section with all these bays, absolutely love that. And somebody recently posted where, like, hey guys, look at that. You can make these individual bays and you can park, military vehicles inside and basically do like broadside cannons, like an old school, um, you know, pirates and everything else, where you drop it up, like, give them a full broadside, like a man of war, good old ship battles. I mean, really, I mean, if you park a couple of ah, he did find me. If you park, although he is kind of cheating because he's doing the party invite, but he did find me. Although, inviting to the party, it's kind of cheating. But anyway, I'll give him time till we end the video here. See if he can. There's one viewer that always finds me during the expos when I do the walk around. But yeah, love the Caterpillar. If you guys haven't rented one, go ahead and rent one. It is awesome. You should definitely explore one. And what is this? The Kraken? Yep, this looks like a Kraken in a hollow view. Yep. Again, hard to tell the scale, but it's going to be a big boy. Alrighty, let's finish up with our bunch of what like 4 variants now of the Cutlass. Obviously, you got your police variant. Oh, you better find me. He doesn't have a lot of time. Um, got your police variant, blue, which I guess might be used eventually because it had holding cells. This is the useful. Like Cutlass Red, if you fly in Cutlass Red, you're alright. You're actually a lot of help. I love Cutlass Red. Useless. Don't know why it's even in the game. I mean, you would think the ground assault, aka dropship or ground assault support, it's supposed to be tough. It's made out of paper mache. If your squad uses this, it's basically like a sardine can. It's a good way to basically die at the same time. Don't know why this exists. They gotta either buff it, change it. Cutlass is not an assault ground support ship. I don't know. Yeah, Cutlass Steel, maybe skip. And obviously the OG Cutlass Black, nothing wrong with it. Good ship, great starter ship. I guess technically not like a starter ship, but if you can, it would be a great ship to start your Star Citizen journey with. Versatile, good cargo capacity, good endurance. You can fly with the body. Nothing wrong with the Cutlasses. Or even Cutlass Rat would be okay. I mean, you do have obviously a little bit less cargo area because of the man bad and all that. But still, yeah, I mean, it's a lot smaller. But you do have Mad Bad, too. I mean, you have to do a little bit of cargo, delivery missions. You can heal, bunker missions. Between the red and the black, they're great starter ships, honestly. The cutters are good, but if you just maybe want up one ship to kind of do it all, it's hard to pass up between the red and the black. you know, solid choices. I mean, nothing wrong with the cutter either, especially for the price. It's excellent. But if you just want a little bit more capability, red or black are very, very good choices. All right, let's see what we got here. And obviously the bike. It's actually not too terrible. Not great, but one of the better ones. I don't mind it. All right. Well, he is not gonna make it in time. He's trying, but it's not gonna happen. You still got time, buddy. Always next year, but there's still a couple of days left here. Well, I guess the finale. But anyway, so that's your break defense con. There's NPCs just chilling. And actually was not as many starters today at the expo floor. Expo floor was just kind of terrible. Always get a lot of starters with that. But yeah, that's your defense con. Thanks for watching. He's trying. Thanks for watching. And as always, like I said, great time. Rent the Caterpillar. Rent the Vulture. Would highly recommend it. Check it out. Caterpillar is like nothing else. Really awesome ship. Um, but with Ironclad on the horizon, I'll have to make I'll have to make some hard choices here and see what we do. I mean, Caterpillar's still the OG, but the Ironclad shoe does look like it would be more practical. So we'll see. All right, guys. As always, have a good one, and see you in the next one. Take care.